everybody, welcome back to our channel, and if you're new, welcome. My name's Lisa. It's great to have you. This week's video is a winter morning routine, and I'm just going to take you through my average morning. This is on a school morning, so obviously I'm sort of getting up early, getting things together for the kids to go to school. So I'm starting the day off just after 6:15. I normally kind of get up between 15:15 and past. Sometimes if I'm awake a bit earlier and I can't go back to sleep, I will actually kind of get up before then, but on average it's 6:15, and then I just go through and pour myself a cup of chilled coffee. It's nice and refreshing, it gets me going for the morning, and then I just turn up the heat lamps for the jumping spider and the two mantises that we have in this display cabinet. Now I'm just making Neil's tea for work for him to take with him, and I'm also making myself a Barocca energy drink, which is just one of those effervescent dissolvable tablets that you just put in a cup of water and it dissolves and it kind of releases lots of like vitamins and minerals and stuff, and it gives you a little bit of a burst of energy for the day. I find that this actually has been really helping me. I've been taking it for the last sort of couple of weeks. Maybe it's just psychological, but I actually feel like I've noticed a bit of a difference in my energy levels. It sees me through most of the day. Just obviously being able to get bits and pieces done and just getting my morning started. So yeah, I just take one of those in the mornings and it just sees me through for most of the day. And with Neil's hot drink, I don't always make it. Sometimes he'll go off without one if he's up before me. Sometimes he'll just, obviously if he's awake and up before I am, he'll come through and make one himself and then go off to work early. But for the last few days, actually including this day that I'm filming this, he was actually kind of getting up after me, so I was like the first up, so I was just kind of making it for him and then leaving it on the side for him to take with him once he got up, sort of about 10 minutes, 15 minutes or so after I did.
A bigger scale, the world inhales as we go. I wouldn't want it any other way, no.
Now I'm just making Zach some warm milk with a squeeze of honey in. I just pour him a cup of milk and then put a squeeze of honey in and warm it up in the microwave, and then just give it a good stir just to obviously make sure there's no hot spots in it and it's all mixed up nicely. He's one of those kids that is a bit like me, where he has a liquid breakfast. Sometimes he might have a couple of cookies, like if he's up early, and then like maybe an hour later he'll sort of suddenly decide that he's hungry, or he might have a bowl of cereal. But most mornings he'll actually be fine with just a cup of warm milk, or he might have a second cup a little while afterwards, and that tends to see him through until his morning break of like fruit snacks and things at school. But yeah, he's very much like me, where he just can't really stomach breakfast too early in the morning. He's absolutely fine with just like a liquid breakfast, and then that sees him through. Not the healthiest. I know some people will probably crucify me for not sending him off with a breakfast, but it's just sometimes how people are. I can't stomach it. It actually makes me feel quite bloated and queasy if I eat something too early before my system's got going. I've got quite a sluggish system in the mornings. And I think he's kind of very much the same. He just prefers to have something that's like refreshing, like a drink, and that sets him up, will keep him going for a couple of hours, and then they have a fruit snack at school for mid-morning break. So yeah, some people are different. Obviously some people can't function properly without breakfast. Amelia, again, she's very, very similar. Sometimes she'll just have like some milk and cookies, and then other times she'll actually want a bowl of cereal, or she'll want some toast or something like that. But it just depends on their mood really. But they do normally go to school with something at least, even if it is like liquid. So now I'm just sat here on the living room floor while Zach's in the background there on his iPad drinking his milk, and I'm just doing my makeup here in the small mirror.
From the other side, would you stay another night? 'Cause I don't know you, but I want to get to know you. Just wanna get to know you. I don't know you, but I want to get to know you. Just wanna get to know you.
Now I'm just preparing Amelia's break time snack for school, and with the older kids they have to be provided with a snack, so fruit, veg. They can have like raisins, anything that doesn't contain things that could actually trigger off any allergy. So obviously they're not allowed nuts or anything like that. They're not allowed chocolate bars or anything unhealthy. It has to be sort of like fruit or veg, like veg sticks, carrot sticks, celery, you know, things like that. So I normally just pop her in a few pieces of carrot and a few pieces of apple. I just like peel and cut up the carrot and apple, pop it in a tub for her, and that does her. With Zach's mid-morning break, they actually provide the fruit because he's in the classes that have the younger kids. They actually provide the fruit. It's when they go into KS2, the class group there, for the older kids, that you have to actually provide it for them and paying for their school lunches as well as a thing when they move up into KS2. With KS1, the class groups, they actually provide it, so that's quite handy. I only have to do one at the minute, but come September, when Zach moves into year 3, he will then be in KS2, the same as Amelia. She will be in year 5, and I'll have to pay for school dinners for both of them. At the moment I don't have to pay for Zach's school dinners, just Amelia's, and I'll also have to obviously provide the mid-morning snack, so it is what it is, it's fine. So also you saw me there just preparing a small salad for Bilbo, our bearded dragon. He has a salad in the mornings. I just put one in a dish for him, just a mixture of spring greens, rocket salad, maybe a little bit of kale sometimes, maybe a couple of little bits of broccoli, perhaps once a week or something. Obviously you have to be very, very careful with certain foods, because some they're allowed maybe once or twice a week, some they're allowed on a daily basis, some only every once in a while. So I'm just preparing that salad for him, just mixing it up. This particular morning he had just a few little bits of carrot, he had some rocket salad and some spring greens, and I just popped it in this dish and spritzed it with water, just obviously for hydration and just to moisten it up, and then sprinkled some calcium powder over the top, because calcium powder and multivitamins are very important to them as well, to help prevent bone diseases or anything like that. And also you saw me just obviously pop it in his enclosure, and I also went through to turn up Harley's heat lamp. Harley is our leopard gecko, and hers is not on a timer at the minute. I need to get a timer. The other enclosures are on timers for the lights and the heat to come on automatically at 7 every morning and go off at 7 in the evening. But Harley's is the only one I need to actually get some timers for and set that up on her lights and her heating. But at the moment I'm doing it manually. You just saw me go in there and turn up her heat lamp. And now I'm getting dressed, just pulling on my my monster odd socks that I got for Christmas. They literally are odd socks, so they're like different colours, and they've got like funny monster faces on them. They're really cool, they're nice and comfy, and they do pull up like quite a bit higher, but obviously I tend to roll them down. And this is just showing that I've got the kids' clothes out on the side. I normally get them out the night before so that they're ready, and it's one less thing to do in the mornings with everything else that I have to do. Now I'm just filling up their water bottles. I'm going to put some ice cubes in just to help keep it a little bit cooler for longer, and then I'll be packing their bags up.
We've been waiting around for too long for something to show. Same old places and faces of people with nowhere to go. But we're not like them, we are better, both you and I know. Grab your car keys and jacket, 'cause honey, we're ready to go. Let's get in the car and you'll drive. We're leaving tonight, away from these streets and the cold buzzing neon lights. Been keeping our heads above water, struggling and striving. We ain't gonna turn back this time, we'll just keep driving. You've got one hand on money, one hand on the steering wheel, worlds passing by outside, the flickering light of the white light.
And as you can see, I've got the coats hung up and the bags by the door with the shoes ready to go.
I'll never leave you.
So next I'm going to do my hair. I'm just going to give it a quick brush. Now it depends whether I need to actually wash it, whether it needs a really, really good tidy up and straightening. It depends on the weather. It depends on a few things really, but this particular day I didn't bother to straighten it. It did actually need washing, and I did end up washing it later on that evening, but I just kind of like gave it a brush through, and because the weather being very, very cold and quite damp air, I did end up putting a beanie, or a bobble hat actually, on over the top, so it wasn't really worth it to me doing anything major with my hair, like I say, seeing as I ended up washing it later on. And you can see it's a little bit crazy, a bit funny, but for the most part obviously nobody was going to see it really, except you guys obviously on this morning routine when I'm not wearing a hat. But apart from that, to go out and do the school run and the school pickup later, I was wearing a bobble hat, so nobody saw. So now I've just given my hair a quick brush through. I'm just coming back through into the kitchen just to mist the enclosures for the jumping spider and the mantises, and just turn their lights up a little bit more, give them a little bit more heat. I kind of do it gradually. Again, these are not on timers. I perhaps should maybe have got timers and things, but they're at that point now where I've already lost a couple of jumping spiders and a couple of mantises recently in the last sort of like few months, and they're at that point because they don't have a long lifespan. There's probably not much more life left in them, to be fair. They might be lucky to have another 3 to 6 months, all of them, particularly the mantises, because they don't really live long at all, sort of between 6 and 9 months as an average, sometimes a year. Like one of mine lasted just over a year, but yeah, that's about their average lifespan. So I probably won't end up bothering with the timers now. It's not worth it. I don't have any plans to get any more once those 3 go. So yeah, it will just be obviously the other pets who are obviously all sorted, minus Harley obviously, which I will get sorted soon. So now I'm just vacuuming the windows and the utility here, because we get a lot of condensation here where it gets quite chilly out in the utility near the front door. So there was a bit of moisture against the windows. The other windows were actually okay, so I didn't have to do those. But yeah, I'm just vacuuming the windows, and obviously you saw me put a load of washing in. I did have some spare time because I didn't have to do any packed lunches or anything this particular day, and I hadn't actually for the whole of the week when I actually filmed this morning routine, which was really, really nice. It gave me a few days off where I didn't have to worry about stressing about what they were going to eat, what they were going to have in their lunches, and that sort of, although it doesn't seem like a lot of time, it takes about 10-15 minutes out of my morning when I could actually be putting like a wash load in, vacuuming the windows, and obviously drying up, putting things away, or if I have to wash up a few bits or whatever. So it's really, really helpful that I don't have to worry about packed lunches some days, and it's nice just to sort of like do the snack for Amelia and fill up the water bottles and then just put those in the bags and we're good to go. And then it gives me a chance to catch up with obviously these other bits and pieces that I then don't have to do when I get home after the school drop off. So these bits I would do if I didn't have the time in the morning, first thing before the school drop off, I would do when I got back. But on this particular morning, I was able to do them before we left the house.
You fill my head with roses.
So by now it's about 8 o'clock, and I've just given the sides a quick wipe down while the kids are finishing off their breakfast, or Amelia's finishing off her bowl of cereal. And then I'm going to go and brush my teeth as well while they're getting dressed.
Maybe there is a star with your name. One thing I know is that there should be. There is no one who has a heart as pure, no, not like yours. Dreaming of you. Dreaming of you. Dreaming of you.
Now I'm just putting some Vaseline on my lips just to go outside, obviously in the cold air, because as I said, it was very, very cold, so my lips get really dried out and chapped. And now the kids are up and dressed and they're ready to go. They've cleaned their teeth, they've had their cereal in Amelia's case, and we're all sorted, so we're leaving the house in a few minutes of this.
Wind could spread your love.
So now I'm going to jump straight to the after the school drop off. It's just after 9 o'clock and I've just got back all bundled up, and yeah, I just took my coat off and my hat and just literally came in and made myself a hot drink. That's what I normally tend to do every morning once I get back from the school drop off, if I don't have to go to town or anything. This particular day I didn't have to go anywhere, I just came straight back home. So I'm just making myself a cup of coffee. Then I'm going to go through and put the wash load in the tumble dryer, and then go and make our bed and tidy up a little bit in there, just put some things away from the morning. So then I'm going to make Zach's bed and tidy his room quickly because he had a few bits on the floor I just wanted to kind of get cleared away. And then I'm going to come back through and tidy up in the living room and the kitchen, put the bedding away in the living room, and just have a general clear up. And then I'll be vacuuming in the kitchen, the living room, the hallway and the utility.
I've been feeling so small. Watch the clock ticking off the wall. But tonight I'm letting it go. Spend my coin for sure. I'm gonna be myself, or I could be someone else. No one's stopping me now. I'm gonna skip my breaks. I'm gonna make mistakes. I just wanna feel alive. It's just what I do when I'm out, so try not to hold me down. Feel alive when I'm in this town. Look at these beautiful stars. I wanna drive a faster car. Nothing can break me, no, nothing can break me. Try not to hold me down. Feel alive when I'm in this town. Look at these beautiful stars. I wanna take a trip to Mars. Nothing can break me, no, nothing can break me. Look at these beautiful stars. I wanna drive a faster car. Lay my troubles to rest. Blow the smoke through my cigarette. City lights looking fine, and I know this is my time now. I'm gonna be myself, or I could be someone else. No one's stopping me now. I'm gonna skip my breaks. I'm gonna make mistakes. I just wanna feel alive. It's just what I do when I'm out, so try not to hold me down. Feel alive when I'm in this town. Look at these beautiful stars. I wanna drive a faster car. Nothing can break me, no, nothing can break me. Try not to hold me down. Feel alive when I'm in this town. Look at these beautiful stars. I wanna take a trip to Mars. Nothing can break me, no, nothing can break me. Look at these beautiful stars. I wanna drive a faster car. I'm gonna be myself. I'm gonna be someone else. I'm gonna be myself. I'm gonna be someone else. I'm gonna skip my breaks. I'm gonna make mistakes. I'm gonna skip my breaks. I'm gonna make mistakes. Try not to hold me down. Feel alive when I'm in this town. Look at these beautiful stars. I wanna drive a faster car. Nothing can break me, no, nothing can break me. Try not to hold me down. Feel alive when I'm in this town. Look at these beautiful stars. I wanna take a trip to Mars. Nothing can break me, no, nothing can break me. Nobody told me to settle down. Day nights and late nights don't get around. But there's something about you I like, about you I like. You're crazy, about you I like, about you I like. I get too drunk and too scared and lie to you. If only you knew I would die for you. One of us gotta say the obvious. Nobody loves me better, nobody loves me better. Nobody loves me better. Guess I'm just too scared to settle down. There'd be many nights I got too high and almost left town. But there's something about you, something about you I like, about you I like. I get too drunk and too scared and lie to you. If only you knew I would die for you. One of us gotta say the obvious. Nobody loves me better, nobody loves me better. I get too drunk and too scared and lie to you. If only you knew I would die for you. One of us gotta say the obvious. Nobody loves me better, yeah. I get too drunk and too scared and lie to you. If only you knew I would die for you. One of us gotta say the obvious. Nobody loves me better, nobody loves me better.
Where have you been? It's like I waited all my life, so happy that I found you. I'm paper thin. I haven't always been this shy, but haven't felt this in a while now. So sad when we are apart. If you leave, you break my heart. I need you to need me too. Stay with me when it's getting dark. Hold me tight, close in your arms. I want you to want me too. Why is it so hard to just be honest? Why is it so hard to speak the truth? Why is it so hard to just be honest when I want this? Maybe you want it too, so I just need to tell you. I just need to tell you. I can see the sun in the shadow all my life, but I finally see the light. I give myself to you. I want to get this right. Haven't felt this in a while now. So sad when we are apart. If you leave, you break my heart. I need you to need me too. Stay with me when it's getting dark. Hold me tight, close in your arms. I want you to want me too. Why is it so hard to just be honest? Why is it so hard to speak the truth?
Now everywhere's all tidied up, I'm just back in the bedroom with the pet enclosures, just spot cleaning those, making sure there's no mess or poop or anything like that in there. And Harley's was absolutely fine, she was okay, but I just changed her water, and I did the same with Bilbo's water. I just changed that. And in Bilbo's case, he'd actually pooped in his enclosure, so I had to clean that up. You'll see that in just a minute or two. Yeah, I've just given it a clean and obviously hooked that out and then disinfected his area where he'd actually pooped. It was actually on his basking slate where he often lays to warm up, which was very, very inconvenient, but obviously I had to get it cleared out and disinfected. And I just used some F10 reptile disinfectant, which is safe for animals and bugs and things like that. You can use it, I mean, you can use it actually around the house, and a lot of businesses I think use it. Industrial cleaning companies use it as well, because it is safe for children, it's safe for animals and things, because it's non-toxic. So it's actually quite handy for anything and everything, to be honest. Anything that has to go near the animals, I have to clean. I actually use this just with some kitchen roll. So I'm just getting that cleared up. Bilbo sat there very, very proudly on his log, as you can see at the back there. Just very, very pleased with himself that he's done a big poop, and yeah, he's just chilling out now, just allowing me to clear it up for him. And yeah, like I said, I'm just changing his water as well. And then I'll be getting him out just for a little mooch about. He likes to sort of come out of his enclosure for a couple of hours and just have a wander around in the living room and the kitchen, look out the window. I normally prepare him a hot water bottle this time of year. I mean, I probably won't have to in the summer, but this time of year, winter, it sometimes gets a bit chilly in the house, even with the heating on, because they're desert animals. They're obviously used to it being warm, so you have to make sure they don't get too cold. Even though they're cold-blooded, if they get too cold, their bodies kind of start to shut down, or they can get sick. So you have to just keep an eye on that. But usually when he's out, he's normally sort of having a wander around. He'll start off usually sat looking out the window, and we have this cat tower which I got a while back when we first got him. Actually, he was too small for it, and it's still quite big for him really, but it's quite nice that he can just sort of like sit and look out of the window on it, and yeah, he just has a wander about. And yeah, I usually make up a hot water bottle and then pop him on that when I first get him out, just so that he can sit there and have some belly heat, and he just looks out the window for a little while. Sometimes he'll get up and move and have a wander, and then other times he'll just literally sit there for the couple of hours that he's out, and then I'll put him back in for a warm up for a couple of hours and then bring him out again. And most days that's kind of like sort of like a couple of times a day that I'll bring him out for a couple of hours at a time, depending on obviously the temperatures in the room. So yeah, as you can see, like his hot water bottle's there on top of the tower, and he's just hugging this post at the minute for some strange reason. He decided it was quite comfortable. So while he's out and about, and he was having a mooch around at this point, I just literally sat down and did some editing and some admin, some YouTube planning, things like that, planning for my videos. And that's basically what I ended up doing for the rest of the day on this particular day, when I don't have a whole load of cleaning to do, I don't have anywhere to go, or anything else to do in the house. That's basically what I do as a typical morning. I'll just kind of, obviously get the kids ready for school and do the school drop off, come back, just have a very basic clean up, tidy up. And then I'll just obviously like sit down and do some video planning and some admin, and maybe if I don't have any of that to do, I would just sort of like sit and just have a mooch on social media, just go through and catch up on some YouTube videos and things like that. But that's really it, my typical morning. I hope you enjoyed coming along with me in this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to keep up with all of our other videos. I try and post a video every Monday, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one. Thanks for watching. Bye guys.